So I'm George, I'm a growth director and I work at the Oxford office for Owen. So I think when I was a kid I was always asking why incessantly about everything from, why does the sky look blue but the sea is depicted as being blue, to when I was in the doctor's office, why am I being prescribed this particular antibiotic? And that kind of carried on, that curiosity of wanting to learn more and understand more, until I got to my A-levels, where one of our teachers started talking about this ancient biochemical pathway which is glycolysis, and it triggered this thought of, oh, okay, this has been happening for like billions of years. I need to learn more about this because we're at the end of this development pathway. So how can we learn more and understand more if it's all accessible to us? So I was interested in my current fields sort of indirectly. So when I went to university, I studied microbiology. I went off to try and start a biotech, which didn't quite work out, and I thought, okay, I haven't quite finished with academia yet. I'm going to go back to uni to do a master's, and again, didn't quite pique my interest. But what did occur to me is that making an impact in the world doesn't have to necessarily come straight from academia. There are plenty of other channels by which you can have a positive impact in the world and help people that don't necessarily have to come from fundamental research. So the direction that ended up taking me is towards a more commercial perspective of how do companies operate. And yes, an idea is really important, and a fundamental question to be answered through a disease or diagnostic is important, but it's the people and the way the company operates that is the most important part. You wouldn't have a company without people, and without a company without products. So that channel took me towards the world of company operations and people and how they work together, which is where the opportunity to work with leaders in the businesses that build these devices and these therapeutics came from. And it's where I now see my career taking a long-term path, is how do we make companies operate in the best way possible to improve the human condition. My favourite thing about being a scientist is the comfort to question things and want to discover more and understand more, and not being complacent with just seeing things for how they are and accepting them. There's always the opportunity to challenge things and to do them in a different way, do them better, understand them better. And the more you understand something, the more broadly applicable it can be to different sets of circumstances. And as with, specifically with medical research and science, as you understand more about biological systems, you can understand more about where they go wrong and how you can correct for those issues, how you can give people a better quality of life, and how you can ultimately improve, again, the human condition for everyone. So what fuels my curiosity now, maybe not as a traditional researcher, but understanding how a business can be so deeply impacted by thoughtful and considered additions, how we can help people as they progress within the organization in terms of their careers, and how to ignite that flame of, I'm making an impact in this business. The bigger impact of that business in the world is this. This is how I can contribute to that. And seeing folks, their passion coming through in the work they do, that is something that drives me every day. So if I had superpowers, I would magically improve people's confidence to question things. I think one of the hardest things to do is to ask why. And the number of times, people around me ask something like, oh, this may be a stupid question. Well, I say there's no such thing as a stupid question. The only thing that's stupid is not asking that question. So magically inspiring people to have the confidence to question things and not to feel as if what they're asking is something foolish. And if somebody in the room knows the answer to your question, then that's great, because you've shared the information, or they've shared the information with you that you're looking for. So it's not an immediate magical fix, but inspiring that confidence is what I would do. So my curiosity will take me, I hope, towards the route of continuing to to build and support the organization through the people that we work with internally, the people that we collaborate with externally, and there's no room for isolation in the world of science. It has to be collaborative. Everyone has to work together. The minute you start to silo things, you start to shut down progress. So I hope my curiosity, and I intend to drive it towards improving that expansion, that reach that our business has, and equally understanding how we can better support the research that other businesses are doing.